Did you know that the court speed in tennis can impact your bets? It's actually one of the key factors that impacts tennis matches and something every bettor should consider. Tennis is played on different surfaces, hard courts, clay and grass, and each one affects how the ball behaves. Court speed is crucial because it affects how players perform. Some players thrive on faster courts, while others are better on slower surfaces. And this can have a direct impact on the outcome of matches and, of course, betting strategies. So let's break down the main surfaces. Let's start with the most common type, hard courts. But how does the speed of this surface affect play? Hard courts are generally considered a medium pace, but their speed can vary. On faster hard courts like the ones at the US Open, the ball moves quickly and bounces high. This suits big servers and aggressive players who like to take control of points early. Bettors should look out for players like Novak, Djokovic who thrive in faster conditions. On the other hand, slower hard courts like the ones used at the Australian Open give players more time to construct points, so players who are great at baseline rallies, like Carlos Alcaraz, tend to excel. Next up, we've got clay courts, which are famous for being slower, so what makes clay so different? Well, clay courts are the slowest surface in tennis. The ball moves slower and it bounces higher, making it harder to hit winners. Matches on clay often involve long rallies and patience is key. Players like the legendary Rafael Nadal, who has been known for his dominance on clay, are great at grinding out points and outlasting their opponents. For bettors, this means that defensive players with those strong baseline games tend to have an advantage on clay. Be cautious betting on big servers, as they don't get as much of an edge here. And finally, the fastest surface. That's grass courts. What should we know about grass? Well, grass is the fastest of all the surfaces with low, quick bounces. The grass makes the ball skid, which shortens rallies and favours players with powerful serves and aggressive net play. Think of players like Roger Federer or Nick Kyrgios, who love to serve and volley and finish points quickly. On grass, look for players who have big serves and prefer shorter rallies. For betting, this often means matches are more unpredictable because one or two big points can decide the outcome. Grass also tends to see more upsets, so it's good to consider the odds on the underdogs who have an explosive serve or aggressive style. Now that we know how different courts play, how should you adjust your strategy depending on the surface? Surface type should absolutely be a part of your betting analysis. Here are some tips. Look at how players perform on each surface. Some players have a clear preference. For example, throughout his career, Nadal was almost unbeatable on clay, while Federer dominated the grass for many years. Court speed can also influence how players match up against each other. A player who struggles on fast courts might be at a big disadvantage against an aggressive opponent on grass, even if they're higher ranked. On faster courts, you might want to bet on total aces or shorter match durations, especially if both players have strong serves. On slower courts like clay, it might make more sense to bet on total games being higher, as rallies are longer and matches tend to last longer. Court speed also affects the momentum of a match. Fast courts can see quick swings, so live betting can be useful here. If you notice a player taking control with their serve, jumping in during the match might give you good odds. So there you have it. When it comes to tennis betting, knowing the impact of court speed is crucial.